In today's bulletin, President outlines ambitious vision for the Maldives, emphasizing a focused set of goals and a clear roadmap to achieve the developed nation status. MMPRC hosts drone show and the Maldives Culture and Food Festival at Central Park in Hulumale, marking the arrival of the new year. And the Privatization and Corporatization Board introduces key reforms to enhance oversight and accountability in SOEs.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to News. I'm Yusuf bin Muhammad. President Dr. Mohamed Moise outlines ambitious vision for the Maldives, emphasizing a focused set of goals and a clear roadmap to achieve developed nation status. In his New Year address to the Maldivian people, the president shared his optimism and extended heartfelt congratulations for the year ahead. Reflecting on the path forward, President Dr. Moise highlighted 2025 as a pivotal year for the Maldives, with a series of economic development projects set to launch across the country. He emphasized that the nation's development journey is guided by a well-defined roadmap aimed at achieving the status of a developed nation. The president also underscored the value of positive thinking, peace, and reconciliation as essential foundations for national progress. He called on citizens to approach the year with optimism and a collective focus on fostering mutual respect and affection, noting that true development stems from societal harmony. Concluding his address, the president urged all Maldivians to unite in the spirit of nation building, working together towards shared goals for the betterment of the country. He expressed hope that 2025 would stand out as a year of responsible action and meaningful progress for the Maldives. The Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation, MMPRC, hosted a drone show and the Maldives Culture and Food Festival at Central Park in Hulumale, marking the arrival of the new year. Described by MMPRC as a unique experience for both Maldivians and tourists, the festival ran from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. on December 31st, 2024 and continues into January 1st, 2025 with events scheduled from 4 p.m. until 10 p.m. The festival featured a variety of activities tailored for children and families, along with food and cultural stalls highlighting Maldivian heritage and cuisine. The highlight of the festival was a 15-minute drone show, which mesmerized attendees with an aerial display narrating the journey of a tourist to the Maldives. MMPRC Managing Director Ibrahim Shuri stated that the festival celebrated the successes of the Maldivian tourism industry in 2024 while promoting the country's rich cultural heritage to visitors from around the world. The Ministry of Islamic Affairs officially inaugurated its activities for 2025 on Tuesday during a special ceremony. The event featured the launch of key initiatives, including the 2025 Action Plan, the Risalat Program 2025, and the Namaduge Mativeri Alukam Program 2025. The inauguration was officiated by the Minister of Islamic Affairs, Dr. Muhammad Shahim Ali Saeed, who highlighted the successes of 2024 despite significant financial challenges. The minister noted that 2024 saw the largest Zakat fund collection in Maldivian history and celebrated the achievement of producing a substantial number of huffaz. Minister Shahim credited the unwavering support of the community and stakeholders, which allowed the ministry to overcome economic barriers and achieve significant milestones. Looking ahead, Minister Shahim expressed optimism for 2025, describing it as a year of renewed determination and purpose. He outlined the ministry's key priorities, highlighting plans for the construction of long-awaited Waqf buildings and the Zakat House building. The Maldives Marketing and Public Relations Corporation, MMPRC, under its Visit Maldives brand, has launched its largest global campaign to date, the World's Biggest Giveaway. Beginning on January 1st, 2025, the year-long initiative will grant 52 all-expenses-paid holidays, with winners announced weekly. The campaign, first unveiled at the World Travel Mart in London on November 5, 2024, invites participants worldwide to enter through monthly contests on Visit Maldives social media platforms. Each month, 4 winners will be chosen, offering them the opportunity to experience the Maldives' renowned attractions. MMPRC stated the world's biggest giveaway aims to highlight the Maldives' rich and diverse tourism offerings. These include iconic features such as its pristine beaches, luxury resorts, vibrant marine ecosystems, and cultural heritage. The campaign focuses on key themes such as romance, family vacations, and adventure, showcasing the broad appeal of the destination to travelers worldwide. The initiative is also designed to reinforce the Maldives' position in the international travel market. Through active engagement on social media platforms, it seeks to increase awareness of the Maldives as a year-round destination, encouraging a steady influx of tourists. According to MMPRC, the campaign is part of their comprehensive marketing strategy for 2025, which includes maintaining consistent activities in 25 priority markets, launching major summer campaigns, and bolstering public relations efforts. Strengthening collaboration with industry partners remains a key aspect of achieving these objectives and ensuring the success of the initiative. The Privatization and Corporatization Board (PCB) introduces key reforms to enhance oversight and accountability in state-owned enterprises (SOEs), focusing on loan approvals, organizational changes, and remuneration policies. Under the new guidelines, SOEs must now secure approval from the Ministry of Finance and Planning before taking loans. Once a loan is approved by a company's board, the PCB must be notified within 5 days, and the ministry will oversee loans taken on behalf of the government. For organizational and salary structure changes, SOEs must gain approval from their board of directors and shareholders, followed by final authorization from the Ministry of Finance and Planning. The PCB must then be notified within 5 days. Additionally, the classification of newly formed SOEs will now be determined jointly by the PCB and the Ministry of Finance and Planning, based on the company's purpose and capital. This classification will also guide remuneration policies for managing directors, chairpersons, and board members. Companies will be reassessed after their first operational year to ensure their classification aligns with their performance and strategic objectives. We'll be back after a short break. Welcome back. 2024 marked a transformative year for social protection in the Maldives under the leadership of President Dr. Mohamed Moise. The year brought renewed hope and dignity to senior citizens, persons with disabilities, children, and healthcare accessibility through comprehensive initiatives that touched countless lives.
As a tribute to the nation's elderly, President Dr. Moise's administration successfully implemented groundbreaking initiatives that celebrated their invaluable contributions. The centerpiece of these efforts was the establishment of Isra Vehengenadi in Male on 15th February 2024, which will later be expanded to Hulumale Phase 2. The Isra Vehengenadi evolved into more than just a gathering space. It became a hub where seniors found new purpose through empowerment, entertainment, and skill development. Moreover, several senior citizens were appointed as presidential advisors across various sectors, ensuring their continued contribution to national development. During the club's opening ceremony, the president spoke about its crucial role in preserving and promoting cherished Maldivian core values, including Islam, the Divehi language, culture, and tradition. August 2024 saw the launch of the heartfelt Halukihine program by the Ministry of Social and Family Development. This initiative conducted systematic household visits across all inhabited islands, putting a human face on the pressing challenges facing Maldivian families. Through community visits, the program uncovered poignant issues including housing shortages, overcrowded living conditions, and limited employment opportunities for persons with disabilities. Working in tandem with IBAMA, Ijtimai Badahi Madaduwering, established in 2022, the initiative focused on crafting practical solutions through year-round consultations with relevant authorities. Rather than merely documenting concerns, the program actively facilitated solutions to nurture social well-being. 2024 saw remarkable strides in creating a more welcoming and inclusive environment for persons with disabilities. The Ministry of Social and Family Development, Ministry of Health, and the World Health Organization (WHO) joined forces to develop comprehensive national standards for therapy services, carefully crafted in consultation with dedicated experts. A new regulation on employment opportunities and recruitment practices brought renewed hope to people with disabilities, opening doors to increased job market access and ensuring equal opportunities in chosen professions and career paths. In a milestone achievement in July, the government completed a national survey establishing a detailed registry of persons with disabilities and the elderly, giving voice to their needs and aspirations. The government also successfully promoted the Rehab app, developed in collaboration with UNESCAP, United Nations Economic and Social Commission for Asia and the Pacific, which focused on community-based rehabilitation and teaching society how to engage with people with disabilities. Concurrent efforts improved accessibility in schools, hospitals, offices, and streets, whilst making both online and offline government services more accessible. The Ministry of Social and Family Development revolutionized its approach to child protection in state custody. Embracing family as society's most precious social unit, the ministry established a foster care system with thoughtful guidelines for temporary care. 2024 saw 50 children successfully placed in loving family environments, with 25 more heartwarming placements completed by year's end. September 2024 marked the triumphant implementation of the National Action Plan on Prevention and Response to Violence Against Children, a compassionate 5-year strategic framework aligned with the United Nations Conventions on Child Rights. This dedicated work, carried out in close partnerships with UNICEF Maldives, strengthened the foundation for ensuring children's dignity, protection, and well-being. The Home for People with Special Needs in Kafuguradu witnessed transformations with the opening of 2 reintegration wards in May 2024. These thoughtfully designed spaces focused on teaching essential domestic living skills to residents before their joyful reunion with their families, following completion of their medical, psychological, and social skills programs. The facility underwent extensive improvements, including the establishment of a children's ward and expanded staffing with nurses, therapists, and support staff. A significant milestone was reached with the successful transition of the center under the Ministry of Health's caring mandate, enhancing its capacity to serve individuals with mental disabilities who required state protection. The National Social Protection Agency, NSPA, and Asanda implemented several crucial healthcare initiatives throughout the year. They enhanced vital coverage for women's health conditions, particularly endometriosis and PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, while strengthening treatment systems in government hospitals. A specialized endometriosis clinic at IGMH was established, and a new hospital grading system was implemented for overseas hospitals registered with the Asanda scheme. The healthcare system successfully introduced biennial medical checkups for all citizens with age-specific health packages developed in consultation with medical experts. In a significant policy shift, fertility treatments, including IVF, were included in the coverage, with infertility removed from the list of excluded services. The transformations of 2024 stand as a testament to the government's unwavering commitment to social protection, touching countless lives through initiatives like Isra Vehingenadi and the Halukihina program. Alongside expanded healthcare coverage and enhanced disability support, these reforms have laid a strong foundation for continued progress, bringing new hope and dignity to all Maldivian citizens.
In 2024, the Maldives saw significant progress, with the current administration placing a strong focus on addressing housing challenges and improving the construction sector. As the new year begins, the government's concerted efforts are paving the way for enhanced living standards and robust infrastructure growth.
Inadequate housing has long plagued Maldivian society, fueling issues such as family breakdowns, child neglect, and instability. Recognizing the urgency, the administration implemented reforms aimed at improving living conditions across the nation. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz, who served as the former housing minister after completing his PhD, has been instrumental in leading reforms. His 7-year tenure as minister saw landmark projects such as the Sinamale Bridge and the construction of thousands of housing units. President Dr. Muiz has also been vocal about the fragmented nature of the construction sector, which he argued hindered comprehensive progress. Addressing these concerns, President Dr. Muiz announced the establishment of a specialized Ministry of Construction, Housing and Infrastructure. This marked the return of a dedicated construction ministry after a 15-year hiatus. The ministry was tasked with revitalizing the sector by modernizing regulations, codes and standards. Between November 2023 and July 2024, the ministry introduced 3 new regulations and 1 industry standard, including academic guidelines for civil engineering. June 2024 saw significant amendments to regulations for registering establishments, issuing building permits, incorporating reclassification criteria, and setting employment timeframes for technical staff. Stakeholder consultations on administrative regulations and accessibility guidelines is also underway. The year 2024 saw the launch of several ambitious projects aimed at reshaping the nation's infrastructure. Ardu City Connectivity, a network of causeways and bridges, is under construction, linking all islands of Ardu City. International Convention Centre, plans are underway to establish a state-of-the-art venue for global events, exhibitions and concerts. Efforts are in progress to ensure reliable water and sanitation services across all inhabited islands. Domestic airport expansion, infrastructure enhancements aim to bring every inhabited island, resort and industrial area within a 30-minute journey of an airport. The ministry also engaged with associations connected to the construction sector and members of the Maldives Building and Construction Board for in-depth discussions. Additionally, a revised organizational structure for the Construction Industry Development Department, along with facilities and assets, was developed and submitted. At a press conference earlier this year, Minister of Construction, Housing and Infrastructure Dr. Abdullah Muttalib shared updates on the highly anticipated Tilafushi Bridge project. The event highlighted collaborative efforts involving Indian ambassador and technical representatives from AFCONS, a key infrastructure player. In Ardu City, significant strides were seen under the Land Reclamation and Coastal Protection Initiative. Achievements include the construction of 7 kilometers of sea walls and the inauguration of Zone 2 Beach, the Maldives' longest artificial beach. Additionally, a new 1.463-kilometer 4-lane detour link road improved regional connectivity. Infrastructure development received a major boost during the visit of India's External Affairs Minister, facilitated by an $800 million credit facility agreement with Exim Bank. Key projects initiated during the visit include the water supply systems, installation of reverse osmosis plants, storage tanks and solar-powered administrative offices, sewerage system, development of sewer networks, pumping stations and sea outfall systems. These projects align with the policy of ensuring water and sanitation facilities for all inhabited islands in the Maldives. Targeted at 32,773 residents lacking these essential services, the completed initiatives will provide access for 28,298 people, representing a significant progress towards achieving the Sustainable Development Goals.
The year 2024 marked a pivotal moment for the Maldives as the island nation undertook sweeping constitutional reforms and launched significant initiatives to bolster its sovereignty and national security.
Amendments to the Sixth Constitution were introduced to strengthen the Maldives' sovereignty and safeguard its territorial integrity. Under the revised Articles 3A and 3B, 3/4 parliamentary approval and a public referendum with the backing of 143,332 citizens is required for any border modifications, up from the previous requirement of a 2/3 parliamentary majority without public consultation. Additionally, the amendments provide greater clarity on the Maldives' territorial boundaries by explicitly incorporating the Exclusive Economic Zone (EEZ) into the Constitution. Article 251C was amended to mandate unanimous parliamentary approval for foreign military use of Maldivian territory, with exceptions only for contractual military exercises. Previously, this approval was limited to the development of military establishments. Additionally, a new clause in Article 262B now requires a public referendum to approve laws altering the nation's territory or constitutional amendments. These constitutional amendments, passed by Parliament on November 20, 2024, aim to enhance national security, safeguard sovereignty, and empower the public through greater involvement in critical national decisions. On March 15, 2024, President Dr. Mohamed Muizzu inaugurated the Maldives National Defense Force, Air Corps, and introduced unmanned aerial vehicles into the service. This historic milestone marks the establishment of the nation's first ever Air Force. A strategic move aimed at safeguarding the country's vast maritime territories. The Air Corps enhanced the Maldives' defense capabilities, aiding in the prevention of illicit activities such as illegal fishing and smuggling, while bolstering the nation's independence and sovereignty. The deployment of UAVs plays a crucial role in surveillance and maritime security, reinforcing the Maldives' position as a secure and stable state in the region. In response to growing concerns over undocumented migration, the government launched Operation Kurangi, spearheaded by the Ministry of Homeland Security and Technology, Maldives Immigration, and the Maldives Police Service. The operation sought to identify and regularize the status of undocumented immigrants. To date, biometric data of over 18,000 foreign nationals have been collected, and the operation has been conducted across 194 islands, successfully concluding in 50. This initiative underscores the Maldives' commitment to strengthening its internal security. The reforms and initiatives of 2024 reflect a transformative year for the Maldives. From enacting robust constitutional changes to launching critical security operations and expanding its defense capabilities, the country has made significant strides in fortifying its sovereignty and ensuring national security.
Thank you for watching MM News. I'm Yusuf bin Muhammad and Happy New Year.